Hey guys, this is Jay with the Jay Williams Experience podcast. And I'm so excited today because I have an amazing person sitting on the couch with me today, guys, that you definitely want to know and get to know. She is doing amazing things in the community. I want to welcome you today. I'm honored, actually, to welcome Dr. Clemmie St. Amand to the couch. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good, good. I'm so excited that you're here.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
I am. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this. This is major, okay? But so I want to just talk about you a little bit, okay? So as the Texas president of the Nexus International Film Academy, Dr. Saint Amand is a trailblazer. And here on this couch, we talk to trailblazers, creatives, and we have bold conversations is what we do here. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to talk about how she uses her platform to advocate for autism awareness and support individuals on the spectrum, which is major and very near and dear to my heart. It really is. Also, in addition to her work at the Academy, she is the driving force behind the Birthday Cake Wedding Foundation. And it is a nonprofit dedicated to celebrating the uniqueness of individuals living with autism while providing essential resources and support to their families. And with passion and education and community engagement, Dr. Saint Amand is committed to creating elegant events, extravaganzas, honey, that not only entertain, but also raise awareness. And I'm just so grateful to get to sit and talk to you today because you're doing some amazing things.
Yeah.
You really are. And I'm so super excited. So let's just jump right into the conversation.
Sure.
Okay, so can you share a bit about your background, right? And what inspired you to enter into the acting and film industry? Let's start with that.
Oh, well, that's a very good question, actually. I actually became an actress in high school.
Okay.
And then what really intrigued me more about it was that in front of the camera, it just seemed like I was able to just flourish and blossom. I was able to get away from the things that was my everyday, things that troubled me or anything like that. It was a time to just get away from that thing, and you can play a different role and be somebody else, and for a moment to just get away from your own personal life and do something different.
Can you share a bit about your background and what inspired you to get into the film and acting industry?
Sure. Well, it started from high school.
Okay.
And then I went on to college, and then I decided to get an agent, and I started doing commercials. I landed some Academy commercials.
Nice.
I have a national commercial out from Walmart that went national.
Okay.
And when I started doing all those things, it was a way of me escaping from the everyday things that I had to deal with on a regular basis. You know, taking care of your kids, taking care of a child with autism, just a lot of other things. I was able to just find something for me that was just for me. And it was a really good thing. And it also gave me a little bit of income residual to help me through college.
Oh, okay.
So that was why I did it, and it's just something that I love to do. It's always been a passion of mine to be in front of the camera, and I've always was in debate or in public speaking. So it's just something I love to do.
Yeah, it's a passion. I can tell by the way you just described it. Like this is something you really love.
Yeah, I love to watch other people flourish.
Yeah.
So just to see where I come from in my generation at that time, it was no Tubi. There was no Netflix. There was none of that. And as an actor, I had to actually go stand, do hard auditions, do my slate, and all this other stuff. And now it's a little bit more contemporary.
Sure.
And it's more resources for people of our nationality to be on a platform to be seen.
Yes.
And thanks for Tubi for that, because they were the one who opened the door for African Americans to be able to express themselves on the screen.
Yes.
So so I've lost so many auditions, and then I would land this one. I'm telling you, when I won the audition for Walmart, girl, I thought I had made it. It was just a commercial.
Yeah,
I know it was just a commercial, but when you go through so many auditions and maybe you're not chosen and you're working so hard to do that part for that audition, and you get that one big thing, it's just a reminder that, not to give up on what you want to do.
That's right. And that is big. I mean, Walmart is national. I mean, and you did that.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
All right. So what motivates you to become, well, what motivated you to become an autism advocacy? And how did you use that creation? How did you use that to create the Birthday Cake Wedding Foundation?
Okay.
I know it was a long one.
That was a long one, but I'll take it a little bit at a time.
Yes.
We'll chop it up.
Okay.
So basically for the autism part, God gifted me and loaned me an individual that I birthed, and he was a twin. And I lost the other child. They were fraternal twins.
Okay.
And the surviving twin was 1 pound 3 ounces. And there was a lot of things that I didn't understand of why he wasn't crying and things of that nature. He would just shake his rattle when he was hungry. But I just thought he was just a good baby.
Yeah.
Didn't know that he wasn't talking or wasn't going to be talking. So things began to, develop, and then I learned that he had this autism spectrum disorder. And then that's when I decided, well, I'm going to change my career from going to nursing school to Montessori education. So I am a certified Montessorian.
Okay.
So my education started from getting my education as a teacher and then a director of Montessori education.
Wow.
And so that Montessori discipline and that Montessori teaching comes out of the New York, Manhattan, New York is where you get your certification. And it's a very unique discipline teaching for children. Instead of you teaching the child and you telling the child,
yes,
like we do in traditional education, it's you follow the child. And so whatever that child is doing, you develop the curriculum to follow that child. And that's how that works. And so it was really good for someone who has a child with autism. So, that, and then me, having to advocate at the school for my own son.
Yeah.
And seeing how difficult that was.
Yeah.
Me having to learn what an ARD was, what an IEP was, what IDEA is, and all these different things that's in the educational system. I had to learn that. And as I learned that, and I seen how difficult it is as a parent to be in a classroom setting, and then you're at this meeting, and then everyone comes into this ARD, and it's 10 or 12 people, and it's just you as a parent.
Yeah.
You feel outnumbered, you feel alone, you feel if you want something for your kid and all these people maybe agree or not agree, it's really an uneven playing field.
Yeah.
So that's when I said, I'm going to advocate.
Yes.
Because this is not an even system. This is not good for a parent to be thrown in this meeting with a disabled child and not knowing what these other 10 or 12 people are saying.
Exactly.
Or what it even means. What it even means. And so and then I ran into some difficulties along the way.
Sure.
Accusations and things like that. And as an African American female, when you are working very hard to stay intelligent and carry yourself like you should as a young lady, that's when the enemy attacks and wants you to become belligerent and all these other things, and you have to fight against that.
Right.
Because it's already a stigma on us as an African American female to be disgruntled or hostile by nature.
Sure.
And that's not the case at all.
Right.
Right. So advocacy is very important for the families, whether they're single or not single families that have individuals that have autism. It's very, very important.
That is. And I admire that and applaud you for doing that because advocacy is very near and dear to my heart. I do have a couple of nieces, a niece and a nephew. Well, actually 2 nieces and a nephew that are that have autism. And people need to educate themselves on it and understand everybody's not the same, even when you don't have autism. And so I think it's important to have people who stand with you and will say, hey, this isn't right, or we need to do this better because these people matter. These kids matter. You know what I mean? And I admire that. I think that is amazing. So how did this lead to your foundation?
Well, actually, the foundation started during COVID. It was a birth from COVID.
Okay.
People were dying. People were scared to come out of their homes. I was sitting up here thinking about all the stuff that I did just to go through school. Now,
what am I going to do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And I was just trying to ask God to give me something, and He did. And He was like, I gave you a gift, which is my son.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't to be a hindrance. It was to help me where I was going.
Yeah.
In my future, where I was going.
Purpose.
And so with that being said, I then asked God to show me the way, and He was giving me this word, the birthday cake, wedding foundation. I'm like, what is that? And I was writing it down. I said, that don't make sense. So I was like, ain't nobody getting married.
Right.
That don't make sense. But what was in my mind was, what can I do for togetherness? What can I do to bring people together? Also educate along the way, where I can get the whole 2 for 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Educate you about autism, make sure I'm, advocating for autism, giving back to the community,
Sure.
and bringing people together.
Oh.
So the birthday cake is, you have a birthday.
Yes.
I have a birthday.
Yes.
You don't have a death certificate, do you? Because you look alive to me.
Right.
Okay. So it's the birthday cake. The wedding is the commitment to your life, to your craft, to the things that you need to still live to do.
Yes.
That's the commitment. So it's the birthday cake wedding foundation.
That is beautiful. Okay. The next question I have for you is, what are some of the key challenges that are faced by families and individuals on the autism spectrum that you aim to address with your foundation?
Well, one of the issues is what I addressed kind of earlier, them not having proper advocacy.
Yes.
When they're going to the schools to try to find out what's the best learning mechanisms for their kid, because every kid on the spectrum is different. So I think that's the biggest challenge for families, because they run into other people saying, well, my child does this or we do this, but every kid is different and every kid is unique. So I think the biggest challenge for that family is trying to figure out what works for their individual loved one that's on the spectrum. And they can't shadow someone else's and what they're doing with in their family with their loved one, because that particular kid has, or that particular adult has something unique, and you have to really kind of just observe them to figure out what it is that they're aiming for, where they're going, what their interest is. You have to present different things to them, and see if they take interest to that. So I think that's a challenge. And then when the kid is nonverbal, it makes the family and the mom, dad, whoever, sister, brother, it makes them very stressed out, because they don't really understand what the child or the loved one is communicating, or what they're wanting. So sometimes they don't know how to communicate with you. So they stemming, like ooh, like making sounds, or they'll pat or they'll rock consistently. And sometimes you could just come up to one of them and just kind of like squeeze their head, and it just calms them down. And then you have another one that don't want to be touched. You could barely touch them, and it's a problem. So like, again, that's the most frustrating part, I think. And I'm trying to bring awareness to that, to let everyone know you must follow the child.
It's a sensory activity.
It's a sensory activity, but you must follow the child. That's the whole point that I'm making. Not you telling the child what you want, but you following the child to really tune in to what they're wanting.
Wow.
And what they're desiring. And then you could take that one thing that they're interested in, and you can make miracles.
Wow.
But you must pay attention.
You got to pay attention.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning a lot today.
Yeah.
And I'm here for the education, because you think and understanding that our individuals on the spectrum are so different. There are many stages to autism, and just understanding the sensory activities and what you just said, paying attention to them, not what you want, but what they want. So what they need is what they need, basically.
And sometimes it's just something simple as asking a question.
Yeah.
Are you wanting this? Or are you wanting this?
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll show a gesture towards which way they're trying to lean. So sometimes we have to present them with things and give them choices. That's what Maria Montessori was all about. She gave choices, and they could go and manipulate the choices, and then you would be able to see exactly. And she started with a group of disabled kids out of Rome and Italy. So this is how she came up with this whole principle.
Yeah.
So I encourage everyone. I'm not saying everyone needs to follow that, but it's a very good principle to follow. Follow the child. And one thing I would like to state is that we should not ignore the child.
Exactly.
That's not the answer.
No.
I think that when things get tough
Mm-hmm.
and we don't know what they're wanting
Mm-hmm.
and they're making loud sounds or things are getting stressful at that moment,
Yeah.
take a deep breath,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, oh, okay, we're going to take time out. We're going to take a step back. It's going to be okay. But do not panic and do not turn away. Because if you turn away, you're now telling me that you're not trying to hear me, see me, or anything that I'm saying. And all that does is entices misbehavior. And so the behaviors become worse. Then they get to hitting themselves in the head or either hitting someone else.
Okay.
And that's what entices misbehavior when someone feels they've been ignored. You don't like to be ignored, do you?
Absolutely not.
And, okay, so how do you feel? How do you think someone who can't totally express themselves, trying to express themselves, even if it's a misbehavior moment, and you look away or you say, I'm not going to address you because you're doing misbehavior. Until your behavior stops, I'm not talking to you. Until you stop the misbehavior, I'm not looking at you. Yeah. And that's something that some adults adapt to do, but it's not the right principle to do, especially with someone with autism.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah,
you must pay attention. So a technique that you could say is, I see that Amy is having a bad day. I see that Amy is having a bad day. And so Amy, you're having a bad day. So we're gonna stop. I see you're screaming and you're a little upset. You might think of what it is. It could be the temperature. It could be different things. If you feel it's hot, you can change the temperature in the house. If you think that they may need some water, you can present some water. Yes. But do try to understand. Do not turn away because of the behavior. Try to understand the behavior. Then start giving choices. I see you upset. You want this, but we're working on this right now. In 5 minutes, when the clock turns, then you are going to be able to work on this. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And then once they learn that waiting period, you have to start working on the waiting.
Okay.
So I need you to wait 5 minutes. They can't tell time, but they understand wait.
Okay.
So when you say 5 minutes, 5 minutes is 5 minutes, but they don't really know. They just know that means wait.
Yeah.
Once they wait the 5 minutes, do not leave them. Give them what you promised.
Yeah.
Carry out what you
promised.
Said. And I guarantee you the behavior will eventually change. Things will begin to change. And maybe not overnight, but you just keep working at it.
Yeah.
You've done this, I'm going to give you 2 Doritos. You've done this, I'm going to give you 3 Doritos. This week, you're going to have a little bag of Doritos because you did great last week.
It's the reward.
Always the reward. Isn't it the reward for you?
Yeah, I need a paycheck when I work.
It's the reward for me.
Yes.
So we just need to, and again, that was just an example.
No, that was amazing.
It may not work for every family, but I'm here to educate. I'm here to make people, understand that you have to hear their voice, even if they can't speak. They have a voice. My son is nonverbal, but he speaks. Trust me, he speaks.
Yeah.
His gestures, he does sign language. Sometimes he's lazy with it, but he lets you know exactly what he wants.
Wow.
And he knows how to love. He knows I ask him to give me a kiss and he does this. Now, that's your cheek. Right. I don't understand what happened to the lips.
You're like, can you give me a kiss?
Exactly.
He's like, no, you kiss me.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So my son has hearing loss.
Okay.
Right? He has vestibular aqueduct, enlarged aqueduct syndrome. He was diagnosed at 11, which means, and it was a birth defect we didn't know obviously about. And it has, it's supposed to just go away eventually. He's 33 years old. He's lost his hearing completely in his left ear, and it's low in his right. And so I understand, the importance of, just the patience factor when you have a child with a disability and things like that. But my question to you is, as an advocate, what do you do for yourself? Like I know that you're focused on making sure your son is well taken care of and that he doesn't miss anything and that people are doing what they're supposed to do by him. I get it. But what about you? How do you self-care? That's a lot. Because with your foundation, with your academy, with your events, your extravaganzas, excuse me, where are you in there? How do you take care of you?
Well, Charity begins at home and then it spreads abroad.
Mm-hmm.
So when you give the charity at home, you engulf everything that you have in your home that you're teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and you put that into yourself, and then you pass it over to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you can pass that over is to go out into the community, to teach, to advocate, to do other things. It is a self-reward
Yes.
to give. If your hand is closed
Mm-hmm.
and I have a fist and my hand is always closed,
Yeah.
how am I going to receive a blessing?
Oh,
My hand always closed. I don't give anything.
yeah.
I don't give nothing. My hand is just closed because this person did this to me when and this person did this to me. And you go around and you carrying all that and you never open your hand.
Yeah.
How do you expect God to give you something if your hand is never open?
Oh, come on, purpose.
So I teach that in
Yeah.
my home
Mm-hmm.
by being charity in my home.
Yes.
And then I spread it abroad.
And that's the reward.
And that's my reward.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful purpose.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your heart is like the biggest estate. Okay. I mean, because
Yeah.
it's a selfless.
I'm very passionate about
very
it.
passionate.
Yeah,
Very
I'm very passionate about it because I think
selfless.
that we're missing a lot of that right now. I know that it's a lot of what you want to call like gatekeepers, or you can't do this unless you go through this person, or who give you the audacity to have these dreams and then still try to carry them out. God did.
That's right.
Yeah, God did. And you can't stop because you say you only have $10 today.
Right.
You got to still step out on faith.
Yes, you do.
Even with the $10.
Yes, you do.
You have to step out on faith. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You are amazing.
No, you definitely got to do that.
You are amazing. No, it's true. Yeah. It's so true.
And it might feel scary at some point. Like, oh my God, I'm doing all this stuff and what am I doing? It's almost like this burning desire that's inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to come from God because it's going to be inside you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to know because it's inside you. It's not something you've seen on TV, somebody else did. I mean, it's just inside of you.
Yeah.
I don't even have the answer for it. Half the stuff I be saying, what? I'm like, I'm going to do what?
Mm-hmm. And he said, I told you to do it.
I mean, I just lost my mom and buried my mom 3 months ago.
Wow.
So I'm still grieving over my own mom. And God is like, nope, but you still finna do this, this, and this. And I'm like, but I just want to get under the cover and just, cry and just miss my mom. But yeah, we're going to do that at some points. But you're going to get up and you're going to still carry out
you to do
what your mother taught you and the legacy, and you're going to still get out there because someone needs to see that you persevere. Someone needs to see that you still strong. Someone needs to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes.
Someone needs to see that.
Yes.
So I am
doing
persevering, and it's not easy, but I'm doing it.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Wow. I applaud you. God bless you too. And he's going to continue to bless you. Clearly.
Thank you.
Wow. All right. I want to pivot a little bit. You've got an event coming up.
Right.
But you got some events coming up. Yes.
Entrepreneur Week.
Yes. Entrepreneur Week is coming in September.
It is.
And you have an event called the 50 Shades of Green Extravaganza Gala coming. Can you tell us about that?
I can. So the 50 Shades of Green Extravaganza is for all entrepreneurs around the city and surrounding areas that are doing amazing, amazing things. They're coming together if they're doing hair, if they're a nail tech, if they're a plumber, if they're an electrician, if they're a nurse. We have all different people that we're honoring this year in different facets of entrepreneurship. And we're putting the big chiefs with the little chiefs. We all in the building together.
Yes.
And so that's what's so great about it. We're honoring the state representative, Ron Reynolds, Constable Smokey, but we also honoring the person who's been doing hair for 50 years.
Wow.
That your mom, your grandmama, and your children been going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those people that no one ever thinks about.
You're putting them in the forefront.
Yeah.
Those that are always in the background.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Because now they get a chance to network with people in other areas in film, acting, television, music, and all these different things. And who knows, that one lady who's been doing hair forever may get the most biggest celebrity job.
Yes.
Just by being at my ball.
Listen.
Do you know what I mean?
When you put people in the room, it absolutely becomes divine. And you connect and you just, and you don't even realize half of the things that you never even thought about, you can now do because you've made the right connections and you are doing that.
Yep. And then I'm going to put them there and then I'm going to then bring in that other piece. I need everyone to donate towards autism.
Yes.
We're going to do the autism initiative for Christmas. We're doing Discovery Green, which is the very next day from 2 to 5.
Okay.
So we're doing a birthday. We're calling it the birthday cake Discovery Green Walk for Autism.
Oh, nice.
So we'll just get together, have a little party, a little gathering, some pom-poms and shout out for autism, and we'll walk for a little bit. And we're going to ask people to come out and donate, or they can donate on the link that we provide on the Eventbrite. But we'll share that at the ball and let everyone know how they can participate and make a difference. And then when it get closer to Christmas, then we'll take all the funding and we'll get sensory toys and different things that we feel that children may need for autism, because they can't just traditionally go to any toy drive.
Right.
What about that group of population?
And
toy drives everywhere, but there's no toy drive geared to autism.
I was just about to say that. I have never, this is the first time I've ever heard that. And there is a dire need for that.
Well, I will be doing one.
I know that's right.
I will be doing,
and I will be there supporting
a autism toy drive initiative. I will have sensory things out there that they can use, all the way from, even if it's just something cold, something hot, something click, something that you can put together. All of those things with sound, things with lights.
Yes.
All those things I will have, and then I'll have things that they can play with, like ride, and I'm trying to get a train for them to ride. It's just going to be a nice day to give back to for Christmas for autism.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Come on, community leader.
Yeah. So
you're making truly making a difference and really touching so many lives. I applaud you.
Yeah.
I do. I applaud you. So I'm super excited about the events coming up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be all the way live.
I mean,
all the way live. It's gonna be all the way live. So you have to get your green ready. It's gonna be live.
All right. So the 50 Shades of Green. There's a theme, obviously, green.
Right.
So what about the attire? Like, do we all have to wear green?
Oh, yes. We're doing green for money. I have green on today.
Honey,
so you can wear your green and black, or, neutral color like green and silver, green and gold, green and black.
Green.
But make sure you're in green. We're not doing red, purple, pink, any of those colors. Green has a lot of strength to it.
Yes, it does.
The earth is green.
Yes, it is.
Currency is green.
Yes, it is.
So we're entrepreneurs. So we want you to wear green to represent the entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And then there is a color in the autism ribbon that is green.
Yes.
So yeah, we're doing the 50 Shades of Green all the way. It's going to be all the way live. I'm telling you.
Excited.
We have entertainment. We're going to have a live band, some live dancing, some actual performers.
Ooh,
it's,
okay.
VIP lounge.
Well, it's an extravaganza. So you haven't.
That's the word.
Yeah, literally.
But everyone don't know what extravaganza means.
I'm going to need them to check it out. Where can everybody who's viewing, and then those that tell those that they know that they need to buy tickets to this event, where can they find tickets and where can they donate?
Okay, well, first you can go for sponsorships, the sponsor autism.
Yes.
And to sponsor the autism initiative for Christmas, and we're doing that now.
Okay.
You can go to celebrateautismnow.org. Again, www.celebrateautismnow.org. And you can sponsor and donate there. You can also get tickets to the actual ball on that site as well, to the 50 Shades of Green. If you don't want to go to the website, you can go to Eventbrite, and you will pull in the city of Tomball, and then you will type in 50 Shades of Green, and then it will pop up.
Oh, God.
Because the city would be Tomball.
Okay, awesome. And so if people want to follow you on social media, where can they find you?
you can go to the THE Birthday Cake W Foundation. Again, it's the Birthday Cake W Foundation, and you can find me there.
Yes, love it. Well, I just appreciate you for being here today.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having me. This was
Of
a really
course.
great conversation. Very well needed.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here, and thank you very much for being
You're
here
welcome.
and just educating us on the importance of autism, and then
Yeah.
also bringing us up to speed on these amazing events that you've got coming up that we definitely will be
But
supporting.
don't forget to be at the Bosses at the Mansion on September the 10th.
Yes.
2025. That's a Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It is Hump Day rebranded. Again,
Ooh,
Hump Day rebranded. Bosses at the Mansion, and that is in Katy, Texas. If you're an entrepreneur, you have a business, you want to come out with your pop-ups and all your stuff, be at the Bosses at the Mansion. Dress chic and dress very nice. Valet parking. And if you want to be a part of an elegant tuxedo event where you will wear green and you will wear ball gowns and elegant attire, you will come to the 50 Shades of Green Entrepreneur Extravaganza Ball.
Yes. I mean, who doesn't want to dress up to the nines? You know what I mean? Well, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Dr. Clemmie. And thank you guys for watching the J. Williams Experience podcast. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.